Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. I'm your host, Tusker Eurocat, and today the Browns take on, at home, the Tennessee Titans. In our last episode, the Browns, after what seemed like a first half that would enable yet another blowout, saw a dramatic comeback for the Dolphins in the second half. Due to some very questionable coaching decisions, especially in the second half, Miami almost successfully came back to win the game down the stretch. The Browns were able to outlast the firepower of the Dolphins to get out of Hard Rock Stadium with a win. Welcome to First Energy Stadium, where the undefeated Cleveland Browns host the Tennessee Titans. Titans aren't having the best season, as they just can't catch a break. It just goes to show you that they need a whole lot more than a really good quarterback and a smattering of outstanding players to be successful in the NFL. They've lost 5 in a row and look for better things to happen here in Cleveland. The Browns, however, are intent on keeping the undefeated season alive. With the way the Titans season is going, that doesn't seem to be a problem, but then again, that's why we play the games. The Titans won the toss and received the ball from the 25-yard line. They give us to Rashad Jennings, who's met in the backfield by Paul Kruger. Fumbled the football, but they recovered. 2nd and 10. They give us again to Rashad Jennings, and he only gets about a half a yard. Mariota back to pass this time and completes it to Juju Smith-Schuster, but not enough for the first down. So that gives the Browns their first opportunity, and they give us to Johnson up the middle for a 2-yard gain. Stafford now gives off to Johnson again, going the left side, and he gets out to the 35. 3rd and 3. Stafford back to pass, and he's almost sacked, and the ball careens off and is incomplete. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Mariota, a long pass complete to Wright, and Kendall Wright is going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! As you can see on the replay, Kendall Wright takes big advantage of the referee that gets in the way of Josh Jones, and he dives after him to try and tackle him, but Kendall Wright is strong enough to stay up, and off to the end zone he goes. 7-0 Titans with Turbin the deep back. Stafford drops back to pass, intended for Perriman, and it's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Browns. One play, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Stafford sees the coverage and takes a big hit, but completes it out to Rashad Perriman for the touchdown. And the Browns tie it up 7-7. Could this be the start of an aerial assault by both teams? McCluster takes it out only to the 9-yard line. What a bad decision to take it out of the end zone. 1st and 10. Mariota goes back to pass, has all day, and completes it to Douglas at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Rashad Jennings goes up the middle for a 4-yard gain. And on 3rd and 4, Mariota fakes the handoff, passes complete to Douglas at the 39-yard line. 1st down, Tennessee. Now on 2nd and 10, Mariota completes it across the middle to Kendall Wright at midfield. He doesn't reach the sticks though, so inches to go. And they give to Rashad Jennings, and he has a first down quite easily. 3rd and 8 now. Mariota back in the shotgun. Passes complete to Kendall Wright for a first down inside the 35-yard line. Now 3rd and 10. completes to Delaney Walker inside the 20. At the 16-yard line in the red zone, the give is to Fowler, and he's inside the 15-yard line, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter, 7-7. The Titans seem to be putting together an extended drive here. And on third down from the 9-yard line, the give is to Jennings, and he doesn't get the first down. So that brings on Nick Folk for a 27-yard field goal, and it's up and good. Score is now 10-7 Titans. Stafford goes back and rolls to his right and hangs on to the ball forever, complete to Johnson for a first down and out of bounds at the 37. First down. Stafford goes back to pass and completes it to Perriman across the 50-yard line. Now Stafford in the shotgun, drops back to pass and completes it to DeAndre Hopkins for another first down inside the 40. On first down from the 39, Johnson on a counter to the right side takes it inside the 35 for a 5-yard gain. Stafford hands off to Turbin this time, and he's inside the 25 and fighting down to the 24-yard line for a first down. Out of the shotgun, Stafford goes back to pass and is sacked. Brian Arakpo gets him for a 9-yard loss. Second down, and Stafford is back to pass again and completes it over the middle to Travis Benjamin, tackled just outside the 10. So on 3rd and 11, Stafford back to pass again and completes it to Perriman. He does not get the first down. Oh, and he's down and injured, a shoulder injury. We're going to have to find out how that's going to impact the Browns. So that brings on Ka'imi Fairbairn for a 20-yard field goal, and it's up and good. That ties up the football game. And from the 25-yard line, the handoff is to Rashad Jennings, and he gets out to the 29-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with a score 10-10. Now with an injury report, let's go to Eurocat Baby.
It seems that the injury to wide receiver Brashad Perriman is fairly serious because the training staff has taken him off the field and back to the locker room to see what the issue may be. I just know that when they were examining his right shoulder, he would wince in pain as they touched it.
Well, that definitely doesn't sound good, and we're going to have to keep a close eye on that one. Now with 2 yards to go and 75% on third down, Mariota fakes the handoff and throws complete to Kendall Wright for the first down. Out at the 46-yard line, and the Titans in the hurry-up offense. Mariota back to pass again, throws complete to Fowler inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27. Trying to hurry the troops back to the line. Mariota sends Delaney Walker in motion. And the Browns shift their line, and Mariota is sacked by Barkevius Mango. He came through untouched. Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota in back to pass again, and it's knocked down by Dante Whitner. Another third down conversion, 16 yards to go this time. Mariota is sacked. Vernon Hargreaves gets to him for a 5-yard loss. That brings on Nick Folk for a 55-yard field goal, and he just squeaks it in the left side of the uprights. On the ensuing kickoff, Fabian Moreau goes left and almost breaks it for a touchdown. That hole closed up in a hurry. Stafford back to pass, and it's incomplete, but there's a pass interference call on Jason McCourty. First down and 10 for the Browns at the 45-yard line of the Titans. Stafford fires complete to Gary Barnage tackled at the 24-yard line. That is so special to have someone that tall and with that good a hand coordination that can catch the ball in stride. On second down from the 24-yard line, Stafford goes back and rolls to his right and completes it to Josh Gordon out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Now, with a fake handoff, Stafford is sacked back at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 14 now. Stafford out of the shotgun. Completes it to Hopkins almost for a touchdown. Just a simple slant, but Hopkins catches that in big traffic and almost gets the touchdown. But Kiimi Fairbairn has to come on for a 20-yard field goal and ties it up at the end of the second quarter. My goodness, the Titans sure are playing a tight football game. Neither team is asserting itself, and that's proving a little scary for the Browns. Could it be that they aren't prepared for the Titans? Have the Titans just come up with a strategy that's outwitting the Browns coaching staff? I certainly hope this doesn't hold up, or we could be in for a battle in the second half. Welcome back to First Energy Stadium for our second half coverage of the Browns and the Titans. Before we go to the action on the field, let's get an update from Eurocat Baby.
First of all, this could be a huge loss for the Browns. Wideout Breshad Perryman has sustained a broken left collarbone. The training staff said that it could keep him out for at least 5 weeks, and that means missing the rest of the regular season. He may be back for the playoffs, but for now we won't be seeing him on the field at all.
Oh boy, that's not good news at all. Matt Stafford has come to depend on that speed at wideout, and that I'm sure will change their game plan a lot going forward.
It's a big loss, that's for sure. Getting to the coaches, Coach Malarkey said that he's very proud of this Titans squad for their play in the first half. Hanging tough against these Browns is a difficult task, and he feels that getting the running game a little more involved will keep the Titans competitive here in the second half. Coach Bettini said that he is a little concerned that the Browns aren't executing plays as well as they should be. He also told me that if they're going to come out on top in this one, that will be the key for them in the second half. Coach Bettini said that he is a little concerned that the Browns aren't executing plays as well as they should be. He's also told me that if they're going to come out on top in this one, that will be a key for them in the second half. He said that he's just having a tough time keeping this crew focused on the Titans instead of looking forward to next week. He is visibly upset that they've lost Breshad Perryman, but said that Josh Gordon and Travis Benjamin are going to have to step up for the rest of the season.
I agree that they're going to have to step up, but it's hard to meet the speed of a Breshad Perryman. After a quick 3-and-out from the Browns, the Titans have the ball at the 21-yard line. Mariota goes back to pass, and it's complete to Dorial Green-Beckham out at the 38-yard line. And Brandon Spikes is holding his head. Not a good sign at all. 2nd and 10. Jennings up the middle to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 4 now. Mariota hands off to Jennings, and he has the first down at the 49-yard line of the Titans. 2nd and 10. Dexter McCluster is across the 50-yard line and down to the 46.5. 3rd and 5. Mariota hands off to Jennings, and he has the first down. Now with Jennings the lone back, and Josh Jones coming up on blitz support. It's intercepted by Joe Hayden just inside the 30-yard line. Mariota looking for Kendall Wright, and Joe Hayden jumps in front and catches that football. Now it's 2nd and 10 for the Browns at the 27-yard line. And Johnson gets to the 31. 3rd and 6. Stafford back to pass. And it's complete to Benjamin, but he does not get the first down. That brings on Andy Lee to try and pin the Titans deep in their own territory. And he does it out of bounds at the 14-yard line. What a kick from inside his own 25. Rashad Jennings is up the middle over the 20-yard line to the 21 for a 7-yard gain. On 2nd down, Paul Kruger gets Rashad Jennings in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. On 3rd and 5, Jennings goes up the middle and gets the first down. From just inside the 25-yard line, the give is to Jalston Fowler, and he's to the 35-yard line. On 2nd and 10, Mariota gives to Dexter McCluster, and he's got a nice gain up the middle to the 44. On 3rd down, Mariota passes to Delaney Walker. He's all alone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Jones comes up on blitz support, and that leaves Delaney Walker out there all by himself. There isn't anyone within 10 yards of him when he catches that football, and it's 20-13 Titans. Now from the 25, Johnson gets the ball and is tackled in the backfield by Avery Williamson. 2nd and 11. Stafford throws complete to Gary Barnage for a first down. Now at the 36-yard line, Stafford gives off to Duke Johnson, and he's to the 40-yard line. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 20-13 Titans, and the Browns are in jeopardy of losing this game. Now on 3rd and 2, Johnson gets the Browns' first down of the day. Now on 2nd and 9, Stafford goes back to pass, and he hits Josh Gordon across the 40-yard line for another Brown first down. 2nd and 8, Stafford throws to Benjamin across the 25. The Baby Powder Twins are in the I formation. Stafford hands off to Johnson, and he's tackled by Avery Williamson in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. Stafford is throwing long into double coverage, and it's incomplete. That brings on Kiimi Fairbairn for a 46-yard field goal, and it's up and good. The score now is 20-16. There's less than 6 minutes, and the Titans have the ball. Rashad Jennings is caught in the backfield. 2nd and 10. Mariota goes back to pass and is almost sacked, and that one is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Mariota gives to Jennings, and he's up the middle for almost a 15-yard gain to the 39-yard line. Mariota gives off to Rashad Jennings again, and he's over the 40 for a 4-yard gain. Now the give is to Dexter McCluster, and he has another first down over the 50-yard line. And look at that graphic, 10 of 13 on 3rd down. Rashad Jennings makes it 11 of 14. Oh, and there's a clipping call that's going to bring that one back to make it 3rd and 13. Now from midfield, Fowler only gets about a yard, and that gives the ball back to the Browns with 2 minutes left in the game. Stafford back to pass, completes it over the middle, past the 25-yard line to Duke Johnson. That brings up 3rd down, and Stafford almost sacked, gets the pass away, but it's incomplete. 4th and 4. Stafford goes back to pass and complete to Duke Johnson, and he has a first down. 2nd and 10. Stafford back to pass and completes it to Hawkins out of bounds at the 38. 3rd and 4. Stafford rolls to his right, and it's incomplete. Intended for Gary Barnage, and that brings up another 4th down. And Stafford is sacked. Stafford just doesn't see the heat coming, and Wesley Woodyard gets a sack on 4th down, and that gives the ball back to the Titans. On 2nd and 8, Mariota goes back to pass. All they need is a 1st down, and they have it. Complete to Douglas, and that sets up a kneel down on 2nd and 12, and that is all she wrote. Your final score is Tennessee 20 and Cleveland 16. Well, I guess that all good things come to an end. The last of the unbeatens goes down in defeat this week. Between the Titans' solid running attack and the ability to stop the offense in the second half, the Titans put up an outstanding fight in this one. The Browns just looked unfocused and unprepared for this game. The injury to Breshad Perriman, I'm sure, didn't help. I'm sure the team is feeling a bit of a letdown because of that. They just seem to play with awfully flat intensity in the second half. I'd have thought that they would have been able to capitalize somewhat on that Joe Hayden interception, but it just didn't materialize. Matt Stafford didn't have a stellar day, but it wasn't awful either. One touchdown pass, though, just isn't enough to get the job done. What really hurt in a big way is that the Titans came up with a way to neutralize the running game of the Browns. 20 yards on 13 carries for Duke Johnson is just pitiful. There just seemed to be a distinction between pre- and post-Perriman injury. Even before he got hurt, he put up 96 yards on 3 catches and the only touchdown of the day. The defense seemed to play with intensity, but even they seemed off the pace today, allowing an onslaught of rushing yards. That's not what was expected from this number 1 rushing defense in the league. All I know is that the Browns are going to need to be in a completely different frame of mind here in the next game, because the Brownies travel to Heinz Field to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be a particularly difficult game since they'll be without their yardage leader, wide receiver in Breshad Perriman. A huge piece of their offensive threat will be absent from the lineup. Both teams are coming off losses, however, with the Steelers losing to the Dolphins today, and rather badly, I might add, 34-17. But with a quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger at the controls of the offense, and talent like Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and Martavis Bryant to draw on, they could put up a lot of points. It'll be up to the Brown defense to come up with some kind of plan to put the brakes on the number 2 passing offense in the league. In order to be successful, they're going to need to confuse Big Ben with their coverage packages and by all means, shut down Le'Veon Bell. The defense has a bunch of talented players as well. Cameron Hayward, Lawrence Timmons, and Ryan Shazier lead a front 7 that is the envy of every team in the NFL. It'll be interesting to see if the Browns are up to the test of winning in Steeler Nation. Keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. It's been our pleasure to bring you coverage of the Cleveland Browns hosting the Tennessee Titans in First Energy Stadium. And be with us next week when the Brownies plan on bouncing back on the road at Heinz Field when they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Until then, for Eurocat Baby, I'm Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.